Setting prisoners free. Christopher was very disappointed with his wife because she had promised him that the evangelistic meeting that was going on, the preacher showed a very short film at the end of every sermon. But that day, when Christopher had decided to accompany his wife to this evangelistic meeting, he was furious that the preacher did not show the short movie. When he came back home, he cursed his wife. He started shouting at his wife. His wife even offered him and told him, "Why don't you pray? You're getting worse day by day." He simply ignored her plea and went back to the bed to sleep. A little minutes into his sleep, he was tossing around and could not sleep. He decided that he would talk to God. He got down from his bed, walked up to the kitchen, and started talking to God. He said, "I don't know if you exist. I'm a very bad person," he said. "I hurt my dear wife and my children. I drink alcohol. I don't want to live like this. Can you help me?" He spoke to God for 30 long minutes, but he didn't reply. He said, God didn't reply. In the morning, Christopher took the bus back to work. He and his co-workers who were going the same bus every day, their language was a lot of profanity, a lot of curse words, and a lot of bad words. But the first time Christopher felt out of place when his friends were speaking in bad language. When he came back that evening, his wife had packed 3 suitcases and was waiting for him to come, that they would keep the key and walk away. But Christopher could not believe that he opened his mouth and said, "Can you give me another chance? Can we have a new start?" She was surprised, but she said, "Okay, I will give you one more chance." The next day, Christopher went to the preacher at the evangelistic meeting. But he was smoking between the puffs. "I want to be baptized. My wife plans to be baptized on Friday and I want to join her." The preacher looked at this smoking man. If he didn't give him a chance now, this smoker would never accept Jesus Christ. He decided. He said, "Preacher, pastor, I know I'm smoking, but I want to be baptized," he said. He said, "Okay." And he also promised the pastor, "Friday, I will quit my smoking." The preacher wondered what to do. He decided to take a risk. He baptized Christopher with his wife that day. The preacher wondered what happens next. Christopher came up to him and confided about an incident that he was in the prison as a young man. So he wanted to go to the prison and start prison ministry, and he asked the preacher to come with him. He walked into the prison, and with the help of the pastor, they got the permission to go inside. And he started speaking to the prisoners. And he told, "Friends, I come here." And the preacher told to all the inmates, "Do you know this man Christopher who is with me? He was also like you inside this prison." Christopher also stood up and said, "Friends, I understand you. I lived here. I have done pretty bad things." He even showed the scars in his hands. "But praise the Lord, someone saved my life today. I came to share that same good news with you," he said. When you are released from prison, you can do whatever you were doing, or you can change. "I invite you to choose God," Christopher said. Today, there is news that even the Polish local television channel followed Christopher and his preacher, Richard, into his many jail ministry time. Today, Richard says God gave Christopher a new leash in life. Richard, the preacher who was helpful to Christopher, is the president of the Adventist church in Poland. Thank you for your 13th Sabbath offering that helped them build a television studio channel. Thank you for your 13th Sabbath offering that helped build a television studio for the Hope Channel Poland. The preacher in this story, Richard, is the president and also the speaker at Hope Channel. God bless.